Alrighty then, I am live. I wasn't going to stream until later in the week, but my normal streaming day is also possibly going to be all-day maintenance because the new patch that's coming out on Tuesday. Well, on the 5th. I think that's Tuesday. I don't even know what day today is. God damn it. But yeah, so I'll be streaming today. Mostly just going to get some job stones. I love them crunchy crystals. Alrighty. So we'll be starting with Paladin. I'm gonna do Paladin and Pugilist, and we might get to, or Paladin and Monk, and we might get to Black Mage today as well. I might just do one. It depends on how long these take. So why don't I have anybody in my chat? Where's Darkstar? Well, either way. So this is where the Paladin quests start. See, Paladin's Pledge. Except, oh, there you are, Corey. Perfect timing. I just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. But I can't play Tuesday, so because there's a new patch coming out Tuesday. So yeah. Good morning, Darkstar. There's a new patch, so chances are that the game will be down all day Tuesday, and I have 10 jobs I need to do. And also, I'm level 50 on everything, and I felt really bad yesterday when I queued into a dungeon, got sunk in Temple of Corn, and I didn't have a job stone, and I was a tank. I'm just glad that, because I queued for random. I queued for my roulette, and I'm just glad that I didn't get, the males or Aurum Vale. Can you imagine being a tank in Aurum Vale? With no job stone? Yeah. Yeah. Sunken Temple wasn't so bad. But I did feel really bad for my healer. So. Anyways. Apparently, and remember you heard this first from me, the Sultan Sworn elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts, and competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Uldan Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring-do, and no more Colosseum. Just languishing about in the palace all day, polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the Sworn or any other nonsense either. That's good. This is a golden, no, a platinum opportunity that comes but once in a lucky adventure's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite, Genlins is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. God, I'm dying to get that job stone. Give me the stones. Also, I can get some fancy armor too. No, look at this. Look at this. All of my classes are at 50. And even so, I've been doing my front lines every day. Well, for the last 2 days, because that's all I've had. That's how long I've had it. But so I've been doing those, and so even my samurai and red mage are getting levels. And I didn't really want to go past level 50, but here I am going past level 50 because I don't have any other. I don't know what else to do. Look, I'm a weirdo. Have you got the red dragon yet, Darkstar? I was thinking to myself yesterday that I could, because I don't have anything else to do and I've gotten all of the stuff on all my other characters, that I should ask you for your account info so I can run Praetorum over and over again so I have something to do. You should let me borrow your account so I can get you a dragon. Think about it. Alright. I have run Halatali so many fucking times because I was just bored. And it's the lowest level dungeon, or the highest level dungeon I can do without a jobstone. At least comfortably. Yes, I am Genlin, member of the Sultan Sworn Elite and servant to the Oldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good woman. Oops. I'm Corey Foxy. Hello. I'm amazing. Give me a jobstone. Corey, a fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. It means I get a jobstone. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves. But a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand? I hate the greater good. Just that phrase. Just that phrase, the greater good. Nobody who has ever claimed to be serving the greater good has actually done anything good. Anyways, yes, I understand you. Give me jobstone. The battle arts that the paladin learned have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan Sworn Elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sellswords to defend her palace. Yeah, that's probably not going to go her way later. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladin, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. I don't know. I would like to say that I'm a very pricey paladin. Very expensive. My services do not come cheap. Anyways, Little Alamigo. Oh, I forgot to dye my chocobo. Oh well. It will be dyed eventually. I mainly just haven't dyed it because it's a pain in the fucking ass. And I actually have to look up a website that shows me the chart on how to dye it. And I really haven't wanted to do that. And then, of course, get it wrong 50 million times. Not because I'm actually doing it wrong, but because there's a certain amount of randomization. If it was just feed it this many times in this order, it would be fine. But it's random. Hello. If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin art. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I am just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true Paladin, the true path of the Paladin. I want to steal his sword. I will have his sword one day. Here, you will be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. Isn't my outfit so cute? The way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. Mine eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. I am a beacon of light. Bye. I want to steal his sword. Okay. Yeah, the luck in it. Speaking of things that really need to be optimized, chocobo stuff in general. Also, the max level you can get a chocobo is 30. Like, and that's been that way since ARR. Like, I feel like that could have been expanded. I went the wrong way. To be fair, I've been rounding back and forth to the Grand Company over and over again every time I've done a dungeon. Or done something, because I've been doing fates as well. In between waiting for queues. So, yeah. My feet kind of automatically walk that path now. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins south of Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Defeat them and return with proof of your deeds. I did that. Ashkin remains. The charred remnants of 3 Ashkin hearts. Proof that you have overcome Genlin's trial. Yes, that is what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown your heart is true and your sword has metal. I've no doubt that you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That as well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, a custodian of tradition, ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all lands, and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility among adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. She who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's fangs, you already possess a crystal? And you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin who told you to hand it to me? Yes, here. Where is this crystal of which you speak? I demand to show it to me at once. Strange yet beautiful runes have been carved upon the surface of this otherwise normal-looking crystal. Yes. I saw some molds on Etsy for soul crystals, so that you can make like candies or ice. They could also be used for resin, but they're food safe. And I was thinking it would be so cool to have an ice tray that's just soul crystals. Or also like gummy candies and stuff, you know? That'd be super fun. Like, I want to just eat soul crystals all day. Curse him, he has made a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed the soul of a paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultan Sworn. The man who gave you this crystal is the very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. He is an oathbreaker, who bent the knee to the Uldan Sultanate, and who swore allegiance to the Sultan Sworn, but then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot, until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the Paladin way? This soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by the captain of the Sultan Sworn. That sounds awfully close-minded. Like, I'm sure there are other ways to become a paladin, not just you. You're not the most important person in all of paladin ways, okay? That traitor is no Sultan Sworn. Now, you may be the captain of the Sultan Sworn, so that's a completely different thing. But that's different than Paladin art. Still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance, but through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultan Sworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. Okay. I get following tradition, but if you only follow tradition without ever making any changes, you're going to stagnate. Okay? Which is probably why you now have to hire adventurers and train them as paladins. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan Sworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. I don't like the word justice either. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as an oath. I don't care, give me the soul crystal. Yeah, I was only following orders. I know I murdered all those babies and burned that orphanage, but I was only following orders. I'm the good guy here. Yep. I somewhere in here. Oh yeah, I have 55 irregular tombstones of allegory. You want some? I wish I could give them to you. I'm out of things to spend them on. They're probably all going to be turned into MGP. Actually, I think there's a orchestration roll that's like 50 or 100. So I might get that. Alright. Next quest. Ooh, Sheltron! I love Sheltron! It's one of my favorite abilities. You have earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Dude, I haven't been out and about since I became a paladin. Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Do you know what virtue is? Once, not so long ago, the Sultan Sworn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival, but somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us, because the next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out. It was only a matter of time before we would be struck. Why are you telling me your entire backstory? I'm sure it took you a long time to write, but, yeah. That was when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today I can see the captain as he was then, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After that, all I ever wanted was to be a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultansworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard, and the last to leave. And so the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultansworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then the honor of the Sultansworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, like the discarded banner of a defeated foe. And there were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper, yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultansworn by the then Sultan of Ul'dah. In time it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn, and it was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultansworn command. But that's not what the oaths were about, so does it even matter? I mean, you still have your oaths, right? But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We had been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultansworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper. But the Sultansworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. In outer Lenosia, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone the skills that I would teach you. In the grove you will find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy. Defeat your attackers and return to me. Okay. Oops. Mouse, please. Whee! Yeah. Oh yeah, I should change my title, because I have a few titles now. Ooh, I have Warmonger. Let's be a Warmonger. Yeah. Also, user macros. Check me out. I have macros to set up so my buttons look like the jobstones. Um, my buttons for changing class. And though you can't see the Paladin one because it's covered by a flower on my screen, I'm gonna have to change my streaming screen. I'm not sure I like the flowers in the way of everything. But yes, so I have jobstones as my buttons. It's rocks. Meow. Is this up or down? Hey, I went the right way. Oops. Let's not walk off the cliff while I'm not paying attention. Good thing you can't do that in this game. If this was WoW, I would be dead. Alright. Okay. There's one. Okay. Any more? Yep. Okay. That all of them? That's all. Sweet. I keep on doing that. Eventually, I will remember that I'm not just going back and forth between my grand company and fates and stuff. This is fine. Give me Sheltron! I love Sheltron. Well done. You have taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still do not have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Yay! Power struggles. Ooh! Hey, I finally get the second piece of my AoE combo. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you sister. You have kept the faith, and in return, I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth, though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole? His name is... Sol... Solksagile. Solksagile. Yeah, that's the one. And he was my predecessor, as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man who I had admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the Paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, until, that is, he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monitorists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Solskjaer was still captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. I mean, if the Monitorists were fucking around with the Sultan's Sworn, isn't it better that the Oathkeeper is not in the Sultan's Sworn? Now it falls to me, as captain, to restore the honor and name of the Sultan's Sworn. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. Is it that easy to turn you against somebody you call a mentor? Now I'm kind of worried. How quickly are you going to turn on me? Are you the type of person that if I just happen to be in a room while the Sultana is almost assassinated, that you're going to immediately blame me for no reason? Not foreshadowing or anything, but, anyways. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in a public court, so that everyone knows his crimes. Then and only then can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with a sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him alive, without mortal harm to one side or the other. So you must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugram River in eastern Thanalan and find the brazier we had placed there. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of the lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take to heart what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. Okay. Alrighty then. God, that looks so pretty. Too bad it's a hell to get around without flying. You know what I should add to my macro for changing class? I should add turning on tank spec. That way when I change class, I turn on tank spec. I bet I could do that. I know there's a really cool macro that uses, like, a white mage skill to transition from one class to another. And it looks really cool. Mm. Yeah. Okay. And back to Ulda. This time I will not run to the Grand Company first. Alright, I killed the things. Good, you've mastered your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor Zoltzagile. We are close to finding him, and as our net draws tighter, it grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. Yay! So that was the level 41. There's 2 level 45 ones, and one of them is an outfit one. Where I'll have to go to very high level areas and very dangerous places. Fun. Poisoned Hearts. Welcome, friend. I have important news for you. In my search for the traitor, I have been looking through old records and discovered something chilling. Around the time the traitor Zoltzagile was named captain, Several famed soldiers of the Sultan Sworn met with untimely death, but strangely our records do not say how they died. Curious, I begged the favor of an old friend and received permission to inspect medical records kept by Fondale Frontistry. I discovered that the soldiers died in various ways, some in combat, some suddenly at night in the barracks. But in nearly every case there were signs that poison had played a role in their demise. Yes, poison. Carefully and visibly administered. The more I read, the more I saw the dark hands of Death's embrace at work. Assassins in the pay and service of the Monitorists. A society so secretive that few believed it truly existed. But no matter how skilled and devious the assassins, they should not have been able to kill so many of the Sultan's sworn elite without being discovered. Not, that is, without help from within our own ranks. So I asked myself, who had the most to gain from their death? One by one, the former captain, his trusted aides, the most capable of the Sultan Sworn, who might become future commanders, all of them slain by an invisible hand, and with their deaths the way was open for Soltzigal to become Sultan Sworn's youngest captain in a century. The Monitors were plotting to kill the best and bravest of the Sultan Sworn, to purge its ranks of greatness, and enervate it so that it could no longer carry out its duty to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. I mean, are you sure you're not a dragoon? Because you're jumping to an awful lot of conclusions there. Do you have any proof of that? Like, yes, they were poisoned, but that doesn't say by who other than the Monitorists. Which begs the question, how did Soltzigal remain captain for 30 long years? How did he avoid the poisoner's kiss when men better than him had succumbed? There can be only one explanation. He was the Monitorist cat's paw, the turncloak in the mist. This guy might be a dragoon in like, secret. You see him jumping to those conclusions? I bet he jumped up here from there. Needless to say, I am more determined to track him down than ever before. While I continue my investigation, I have a trial for you. I want you to seek out gallant armor, the legendary raiments worn by generations of the finest soldiers in the Sultan Sworn. In accordance with Sultan Sworn tradition, the set that would be yours has been scattered across southern Thanalan. Each piece has been locked within a coffer, which will be guarded by 2 men. You must best the Sultan Sworn themselves if you are to claim their armor. I'm stealing people's clothes? Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Oh yeah, have you seen... Hold on. I want to show you something cool. Check out this barding. Look at it. Look at it. Isn't that flippin' fantastic? Looks so cool. Anyways, back to my hold on stuff. Yeah, Robo Chicken. I'm wearing the old on stuff because that's what I should have access to. Not all this tidal barding and ice barding and yeah. I got barding of eternal darkness. Yeah. But no, this is what my barding should be like. Definitely shouldn't be riding a robo chicken around. That would be weird. For a I think I'm doing like level 20 main story quests. But yeah, that barding is really cool. It's a bit expensive on the market board, but Robo Chicken. Chicken. Fetch. Okay. Where's the other one? I know there's one more. There he is. Alright. And grab you. I'm not putting the armor on because it's actually worse than what I'm wearing. Because I'm wearing the first set of Heaven Sword. So it's actually better than anything other than Tombstone armor I can get in ARR. Yeah. You're the Tombstone. Alright. Fetch. He's dead. And he's dead. Come on. Open the chest. And then... right about there? Yeah! Check me out. And I have to sit here and wait to heal a little bit. But it saved me the walk. That's fine. Anything to be lazy, right? Even if I break my ankles? Alrighty then, now we can go back to Ulda. Look, you would be amazed at the lengths I will go and the work I will put in to being lazy. Good, the armor is yours. You have learned your lessons well and honed your skills, and now you are ready to face Zoltagile the traitor. Yes, the time has come. I have discovered his hiding place, and made contact through emissaries. We are negotiating the return of Oathkeeper. Secrecy is crucial, as is preparation. We will leave only when you are ready. I'm ready. Parlay in the Sigoli. And cover. An ability I hardly ever use. The recovery of Oathkeeper will be the first step in restoring the honor of the Sultansworn. I have told Zoltagile that if he returns the sword, we will give him a fair trial. Otherwise, he shall be captured and thrown at the feet of the Sultana for judgment. The parley is to take place in the Forgotten Springs in the Scully Desert. Give me your map and I will mark the location. While I believe he is acting alone, we must be prepared for anything. You may be certain that the Monitress will not take kindly to his surrender. In fact, I believe that should the Monitorists discover Zoltskyle is willing to parley, they will surely try to intervene. Therefore, we must not speak of what we do, not to anyone. So, I am of the belief that if somebody tells you that you shouldn't be talking to other people or telling people about things, then you should tell someone. That's just my belief. Like, are we the baddies? Are we doing something wrong? I mean, the Monitorists are going to... If you have this information, then the Monitorists do. We should travel separately, so as not to attract attention. We shall meet again at the parley. Okay. Anyways. I'm pretty sure Paladins aren't supposed to be working in secrecy or any of that bullshit. Aren't they supposed to be, like, I don't know, out and proud or something? Oh, it's a duty. Duty. Yep, I am ready. I did do the thing. Huh. Sword in ground. God, I'm adorable. Oh. Hey, I'm here. Uh-oh. That music means something's wrong. So you dared to come. You are a brazen one. I will grant you that. But did you really think I wouldn't find out? Oh, look. I'm willing to bet he's turning on me. Because obviously, he's not loyal. If all it takes is a whisper to turn his head against his own mentor, like... Come, confess. My allies within the Sultansworn have told me the truth. I know you are working in league with the traitor and the Monitorists. Uh-huh. You know that. Uh-huh. Who told you that? Confess, with your dying breath, you will tell me where I can find Oathkeeper and the traitor who stole it. Do you dare accuse my own Sultansworn of lying? We are comrades in arms. Where did they get their information? Every one of us, bound in brotherhood by our oath. I would trust them with my life. What is your word when set against theirs? We know the meaning of honor. Do you? You just betrayed me. Like, I know you think you're doing it for a good cause, but you straight up told me to come here and I trusted you, and now you're stabbing me in the back. Is that what your honor is worth to you? You are a naive fool. I suspected you from the beginning, ever since you showed me the soul of the Paladin that the traitor Zoltskyle gave you. You were, no matter how briefly, a Paladin, and as such you are bound by a code of honor that is as unforgiving as it is noble. Honor, like not stabbing your friends in the back? Traitor, I sentence you to death, and decree that your body shall lie here and feed the crows. Also, that doesn't sound very honorable either. Let's see. Just saying. Aww. I don't have my circle of thorns. That's sad. Fine. Also, the guys you brought are kind of squishy. Just saying. How dare you use our arts against us, Yerk? You taught me the arts so that I can use them to defend myself. I ain't confessing to nothing. You're the fucker who's stabbing me in the back. You called me here on false pretenses. You die. No, I'm not actually going to kill you because I have more honor than you. Fuck you. You cannot do this. I am the greater swordsman, your superior in every way. So I should just lay down and die for you? Dumbass. Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, big guy. You were blinded, Jinlins, by your own conviction. Jinlins, remember your own lesson. A paladin does not exist to defend his position or the honor of his fellow Sultansworn. Where's Papashan? Papashan likes me. I bet he could clear this up. Those men were assassins in service to the Monitorists. The moment you outlived your usefulness, you were to be killed. You and this free paladin of yours. Liar! You are their agent. You betrayed us for them. Jump into a lot of conclusions. You were always naive, Jinlins. Too willing to trust your fellow man. It's one of your virtues, but you have a deplorable habit of turning your virtues into vices. Think. The information you uncovered. How did you come by it? That's what I said! Did it fall into your lap as if, oh, I don't know, someone was feeding it to you for their own purposes? You and the paladins under your command are the Monitorist lapdogs. Jinlins, you have been led a merry dance and followed their lead at every step. Then you were never a traitor. You were innocent. I have wronged you. And me! You wronged me too! Oh, I guess I beat the sense out of him. Easy now. Your wounds aren't mortal, but you still need to rest. He just tossed him over his shoulder, whacking his head against your shield. I'll take care of the captain. He's had worse, and we'll have him back on his feet soon enough. You've become a fine warrior and learned all there is to know about the way of the paladin. I think perhaps that you are not aware just how much you've grown. Well, 'tis time you were made aware, paladin. He's wearing short shorts. I can see his legs. When the captain's recovered, keep an eye on him for me, will you? He needs someone like you to watch his back. He's just whacking his head on that shield. Oh, he's gonna wake up with so much brain damage. Anyways. It's fine. Maybe we'll beat some sense into him. See, he's awake, and his head doesn't look too misshapen. Paladin, I have done you a great wrong. Yes, you did. Where's all your honor, fucktard? I allowed myself to be hoodwinked, accused you of treason, and even turned my sword against you. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. As for me, yes, I'm recovered from my wounds, the wounds that I dealt you. Sorry, not sorry. At least those that will heal, but far more important than that, Zoxakal is innocent after all. For honor! No, you cannot kill the river. He was never a traitor, and the dream that I followed in my youth was not a lie. I remain captain of the elite, although a poor substitute for my predecessor. You change your mind awfully quickly. I get it, because obviously we're on the right, but, you're very wishy-washy, aren't you? I'm not sure I like you being the captain. I am now working on a plan to strike back at the Monitorists and restore the Sultansworn to its former strength. Didn't he just tell you? Okay, whatever. No, do not be afraid for me. I've unmasked the foe, and he cannot hide behind his deceptions anymore. The assassins won't find it easy to reach me. assassins won't find it hard to reach you. Maybe... okay. For now, I will bide my time, marshal my strength, and when the time is ripe, strike hard at our enemies. Okay. Okay. Last quest. Yeah. Keeping the oath. Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend, even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust. So I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Solzagile recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these last few years in this solitary war against the Monitorists. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monitorists, who kept me isolated and ignorant. I'm sure that wasn't very hard. They planted the lie that Zoltagile was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's Embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us and baited it with the promise of a parley with Zoltagile. Zoltagile was no traitor, as I should well have known, yes, you should have. But I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of mummers and flatterers, and... no, that was not the way of it. It was not their lies that made me blind, but my desire, nay, obsession, to restore our honor. For the Sultan-sworn, and all paladins who have been to the need to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in doing so, lost sight of my true duty. Should we start calling you Zuko? You know? For honor? Not my honor! Zoltagil understood what was happening, and that is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live, he was telling me. Where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the Monitorists. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. Yes, they were. I am a sham and a fake. But the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is a power of sorts. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I am fleeing to Snowcloak in Porthos. When the Monitorists hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance. However, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. You're gonna have some backup, right? You... okay. The odds will be against me, that much is certain. But Zoltagil has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. Okay! Bravery and vigilance is not all that is required to win battles. Yes, they are important. But, okay, this is fine. This is fine. I am sorry you have been caught up in our own political struggles. But now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled your own path. My own path is going to be saving you. Ah yes, Soltaka wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in Central Thanalon. Allow me to mark the location on your map. I'm gonna have to go rescue that guy. Meet with Soltaka. Over here. No, I think it's on the train track. Or is it up there? I think it's in the train track. Yeah. Okay. This is the place we took one of our very first paladin or gladiator duties. We had to keep some freaking healer alive. Thank you for coming, Corey. We haven't much time, so I will be blunt. Genlins will die if he faces death's embrace alone. Yep, yes he will. I was planning on going there next. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you are the woman I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. Yep. Yep. Alright. It's gonna be a long trip, actually. Ugh. Fucking Corthus. Huge zone, one crystal. Gonna have to walk for miles. Come on, birdie. See how long I can auto walk without running into anything. So honestly, this is a lot shorter. Doing the whole quest line was a lot shorter than I thought it'd be. Because I know for the classes, it took me like 2 hours to do each 1 through 30. But this has only been like an hour. Yeah. So I might be able to get all 3 of the old ones done. It's so white and boring here. And the blizzard isn't helping much, is it? Hold on. I have to give this a try. Just once. Just once. Okay. Damn. Yuck. Fuck. Cut. Voyage, why? Eh. Okay. It was a draw. Man. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, proceed. Beasties! I have arrived. Did you miss me? You as well. I told you to go to the ground. This isn't your fight. I don't give a shit. First Solstice, now you. Are you both so eager to die? Are you? God, look at his pretty sword! You forget that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and we do so of our free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Let's do this. Now come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder, and show those black hearts the metal of our souls, and the steel of our swords. I'm not tall enough to stand shoulder to shoulder with you. You might have to shrink down a little bit, dude, because both of us are short. Let's do this! Kill the eye first. Okay. Oh, I got that guy turned to stone. That was my bad. Alright. Come on, go down, you little bitch. Yeah! Suck it! Surely the monotress would go to greater lengths than this. Yeah. Those voice scent were called forth by a mage who I suspect is observing as we speak. Spread out and search for anything unusual, but tread lightly. This could very well be a trap. It's a trap! Okay, you guys are going that way. I'll go this way then. Possibly. Nope, that's the wrong way. Oh, I see something shiny. I better go poke it with my sword. Can I kill the river? Poke. Oh. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Sure does. Up above, it's the mage. The grimoire. It's a trap. It's a trap! Whee! Ouch. That was exploding. Come here. Okay. I'm fine. Oh, holy shit. Let me kill the mage first. Cut down the assassin quickly, but where's that mage? Oh, okay. Oh shit! Oh shit! Kill the grimoire. Must kill grimoire. And then I'll take the dragon. Come on. Go down. There we go. Somebody should probably do something about this mass of fucking assassins on this guy's ass. There we go. That's better. You guys can take one each, right? Yeah. Or maybe you can't? Yeah. How pathetic are you, man? I mean, I knew you were squishy because I already kicked your ass, but I didn't think you were that squishy. Guess you're a better healer than you are a paladin. And let the bodies hit the floor. Duty complete. Look at that pile of dead bodies. I'm awesome. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take. and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. Yeah, I'm amazing. And you even managed to prise the scales from Jinlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the Monitorist's dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultansworn again. I trust you will see to this, Miss Jinlins. Yes, sir. I mean, Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. The burden is too much for the likes of me. I don't think he's going to do that. The Monitorist may have stolen Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oath, Jinlins, except for when he stabbed me in the back. And as for your leadership, well, I asked this paladin if she learned anything from you. I mean, I learned loads. Mostly from myself, but hey. You taught me what not to do? No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultansworn, he cannot return. No, I followed my own path, and on it, I will stay. Well, that's that. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultansworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. And... welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultansworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true Oathkeeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and that is what made you strong. Strong enough to defeat me. That, and the fact that I'm just stronger than you. The sword Oathkeeper has yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it. Nay, not to lead the Sultansworn, nor to restore our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hollowed blades. Sultzagal has left to wander the nations of Eorzea. He is a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our ruler centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ul'dah as one of the Sultansworn. You shall defend the people of Eorzea as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. Yeah! But listen to me. Double words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Yeah, that sounds about right. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. This sacred armor has been kept within the Sultansworn for many generations. It was given only to those Sultansworn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that, for the first time since it's left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultansworn. If I allowed myself to be a slave to tradition, the paladin who deserved it the most would never wear it. See, you are learning. Isn't that nice? Now, wouldn't that be a waste of fine plate? Just one thing. If anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. Are you being bad? Yay! That concludes the ARR Paladin quest. Look at me, like a knight in shining armor. So actually, before I go on to the next class, I think there should be a quest for me in Mordona that I want to pick up right now. That is vitally important. Yes. In here? Simply to die for. Ah, well, if it isn't Corey, just the adventurer I was hoping to see. Do you know of the blacksmith, Eganoff? He's quite an accomplished craftsman. In fact, anyone who's had dealings with Rowena is sure to have come across his creations. Fuck Rowena. It's always been a pleasure to have him as a regular here at the 7-7, but he's been quite irritable of late, and practically drowning in his cups besides. I fear his recent work, or perhaps a lack thereof, may have something to do with it. This may seem but a trifling matter to someone as traveled as yourself, but it would mean so much for me if you would speak with him. I can think of no one better to offer him a word or three of encouragement. This quest will just take a second. It is vitally important to my survival, and to the glam, which is in-game. Here he is. Can't you see I'm thinking, lass? Off with you. Eh? Alice sent you, did she? Well, I suppose she just happened to mention me contract with Rowena, huh? Everybody has a contract with... I'm pretty sure Rowena owns every person that lives in this town, okay? And some outside of the town, too. Just for good measure. Okay? I thought she'd be satisfied with me vintage gear. There was a time it practically flew off the shelves, bringing in venturers with tombstones by the bucket. But now, ya damn divas are a fickle lot, and apparently none of you'll be caught dead in me stuff no more. Now I've got Rowena jumping down me throat, clamoring for summit new. Summit the realm ain't heretofore seen. The woman expects too bloody much, I tell ya. But if I don't fill me contract, she'll have thugs fitting my feet for lead boots. If only I pissed out bright ideas each dawn like I did me ale. Hold your Hurstbirds. I know you from somewhere. You're one of them venturers what started the bloody relic armor movement way back when, ain't ya? As I live and breathe, no, I'm not. But close enough. Tried as I might, and only else did I try. I wasn't quite able to recreate them masterworks. There was something about him, a certain quality, even the great Iganoff weren't going to match. I suppose one never truly can rival the classics, eh? Ellis, you splice true. That's why you sent this one. You wanted her to remind me of the old days, when armorcraft was about armor, and not else. Somewhere along the way, I reckon I got caught up in the hurly-burly and lost me way. You know, I reckon it's high time I got back to basics. Focus more on who will be wearing me gear, than the pretty tail on the Miqo'te selling me the parts. Do you like pretty tails? I have a pretty tail. Might be then I can come up with something what'll satisfy old Rowena. Cheers, lass. 'Twas kind of you to stop by. And while you're here, how about I fix up your own set of relic gear? My assistant Kakalan here can augment each and every piece. Of course, that's assuming you can bring in the proper parts. I ain't running a charity. Don't go forgetting your gear, neither. Yay! Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And now, this guy will sell me this. Dyeable. Oh, and they're double dyeable now. They weren't double dyeable before. Well, obviously, double dyeing didn't exist before, but... Ooh. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that was good. That'll be an outfit for later. I have to get the parts, and those are expensive, so. And not always on these low pop servers. Anyways, that's Paladin. Let's go be a monk. Monkity monk. Which is also an old. But it was vitally important that I gain the ability to dye my armor. My honor. We said honor too many times, now it's stuck in my head. I wish I could dye my honor. My honor should die. Okay. Brother from another mother. Tell me, do you know Professor Eric? He is a scholar of Eorzean military history, whose genius is second to none, and he is among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty, but never mind all that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see in a lifetime. Hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the site of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying the lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away, and less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasoning, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we will be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes, yes. But he won't be able to pay his interest. The point is, the man must needs be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety. But it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like an Alamigan. That's a bit racist. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Corey. The professor is waiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You are yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task would provide some insight into what it is the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild, and there seek out our good Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See to it that our investment doesn't end up under the paws or in the maws of some nasty beast. You just want to get paid. That's all you care about. Not my investment. Okay. Goldsmith Guild, he said? Yeah. Here he is. Ah, my punch-prone maidservant, I presume. Excuse me? You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. That sounds an awfully lot like a slave. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys, with armies charging blindly at one another. False. I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in the songs of bards. False. They are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All of... None? Gods, I knew you adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so. It matters not. Excuse me. I'm gonna be a scholar. you know, in a few episodes. I require only that you work with diligence. Unlike that Widargelt buffoon, the man proved to be sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra, or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. I admit, he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12's nowhere and has yet to return. Did you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Sure, why not? Good, good. You show that much promise, at least. But let us speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Sildi excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Sildi transpired there. Surely if you have ears, you have heard of Sildi. Or are you as deaf as you were, as well as dull? Excuse me, I know all about Sildi. Go fuck off. Very well. I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. He just keeps calling me stupid! Sildi was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lala Wefu's demise, or the King of Springs, as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, blah blah blah, fomented unrest among the people, blah blah blah, resulted in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Sylvia was blah blah blah, Sultana at the time, blah blah, distant descendant, blah blah blah, attack was ordered, blah 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 blah. And so blah blah blah, irony of ironies, blah blah blah. Hadn't been for that horse. What? I understand. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one. It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way. No, false. One among my colleagues disagreed with this interpretation of events. He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. My own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. If you keep calling me stupid, I should have became a scholar first. That way I can say, I'm a scholar, damn it. Actually, my background for my character is that she is a scholar. By profession, if not job. So. And so we make for the Sildi excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel the way before me to see that it is safe, and once there, set up this aetherometer. Aetherometer? And should you ever care to know more about the Eorzean military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards some modicum of enlightenment. First of all, pretty sure I know more about history than you do. I read. Thank you very much. Second of all, I'm sure people would listen to you better if you weren't so goddamn boring. If you're gonna tell history stories, at least make them exciting. I had a history teacher once in, I think it was middle school, who had us act out different battles. It was really fun. Okie dokie. Place down this aetherometer. Just think about my head trauma. Lol. So it's your first time every time, is what you're saying? Well done. Now we need only wait for the aetherometer to gauge the... Oh, beasties. There are fiends about, Corey. They are often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. Okay. Punchy time. I gotta remember how to tug with. You're a hole. There it is. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. The changes to Pugglist mean I have to press my buttons in a specific order, and now I mess up all the time. Come get some! Look at me bounce. One of my feet isn't actually touching the ground. Whee! Hey! I wanted to eat that. I want to steal his head feather. Oh, hey! I'm shiny. Look at me. Gelt. So good of you to drag yourself all this way. You pure blind sluggard. Ah, and Corey, you have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I have had of you. Wow, you're just a bucket full of joy, aren't you? I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one another's company. Wittergelt, Corey. Corey, Wittergelt. The monk I spoke of, sent to me by Gagaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Wittergelt as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Dude, he's right there. I don't think he's that stupid. Oh, truly? This is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead? I have heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said. Wittergart is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fists of Rhalgr. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened, and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings, yet not all beings can open them. So it's aether. Okay. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force can be commanded. And there are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then will the orders, with the orders leave. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. I'm not sure I want other people's memories entering me. I'm pretty sure I don't want anything entering me, actually. There is no more than the beginning. Now, this is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. But he's a dickbag. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not, I will see to his safety. Please, sister, the aetherometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmiths Guild. So, fun fact. Okay, the act of using magic is actually just the act of manipulating the aether. Okay? That's common knowledge. The aether is also known as the life force because it permeates all life. And chakra is also known as life force. Therefore, monks are magic. So there. Monks are just fist mages. Yeah. I cast fist. Alright, I got your aetherometer. Well, look who has decided to grace us with her presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you've matters you wish to speak on, I'd ask that you save it for... You forgot your, toy. You brought the aetherometer? Excellent! I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. I do like to saunter. Wittergard passed along a soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monkhood by the bone-headed Claude, were you? Well, I suppose it is for the best that my pupils get along. I'm not your pupil, I'm your bodyguard. Please do not try to teach me anything. Your way of teaching is really annoying. But I do believe we will see to it you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. And I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself. And me besides. Yay! Soul Crystal! Monk unlocked. Woo! Alrighty then, let's pop that crystal on. Yep. Alrighty then. Okay, good. When I was a pugilist, whenever I did recommended gear, it really wanted me to wear my fending jewelry. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't wearing my fending jewelry. Because I do not need tenacity on a monk. Alright. Insulted intelligence. Isn't that the only thing this guy knows how to do? Just the pupil I was hoping to see. Not your pupil, your bodyguard. I was a hair's breadth from setting out on my own. To look at you, yes. I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Excuse me? You know, you have called me stupid a myriad of different ways. And you forget. I am very good at casting fist. Right, well, let us measure some aether, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton, of course. Though, contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand, etheric readings? It is true, you are stupid. Oh, now he's straight up calling me stupid. But the aetherometer shall do all the work for you, and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk simpleton and yourself need only carry the devices on your person, and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge about hither and yon. I'm gonna kick him in the dick. Aether is not the only source of all magics, but also the font of all life. Yet despite its ubiquity, that word, I don't, okay, maybe I am stupid. It remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the aether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of that aether remains, lingering in the physical world. It can also cause crystals to form. Fun fact. Ubiquity? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, so, fun fact, that is actually how, crystals are formed, is that when things die, their aether returns and can form into crystals. So, yeah. It's why we can pull so many from the ground. And from plants. No doubt you have blah 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 blah, ethereal crystallizations. Hey, that's what I just said. Blah blah blah. Physical manifestations. Yep. That's how carbuncles are formed. Apparitions of the deceased. Luminescent glow. Blah blah blah. Known as the ethereal threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater the amount of aether left behind, either in its imperceptible form and in crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this matter? Cemeteries. No, false, you idiot. Battlefields. Do you not see? With etheric readings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those fool beliefs the monkhood keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say that they are one and the same as aether itself. That's what I said. Yeah. I am a fist mage. The aether churning around these ancient battle sites comes to naturally settle in the surrounding life, both plant and animal, though more so in the latter. It accumulates within them, felling these beasts, and then releases that aether, causing a surge that resonates with the ether within you, causing it to expand, the so-called opening of the chakra. By this, the very power of life itself within you grows. So yeah, essentially us murdering the things is what opens our chakra, because it's just excess ether that is looking for a living place to go. A watered-down explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess. I understood every word you just fucking said, you asshole. I believe. My own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me and my work, took our children, and returned to Alamigo. Ah, I see. So your wife and children have gone no contact with you? Probably for the best. But now is not the time for that tale. The area I am placing in your charge is Bloodshore in eastern Lenosia. Place this aetherometer in an appropriate location, and after a spell, retrieve it and bring it to me. I obtain the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your, how shall I put it, charming little backward fantasies. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you have a knowledgeable understanding of Bloodshore's history, but I fear we lack the time for me to educate you. I need hardly tell you that my research takes precedence over your schooling. I don't want to be schooled by you anyways. I know what I'm doing. They really should have shoved this guy in a nursing home before they left. Instead, he's out here taking out loans that he can't pay back, and guess what? Guess what? The only reason I'm helping him is because he took out a loan. That and I wanted my soul crystal. It was vitally important. Yep. Pop this down. Beat on some things. Right. Monks don't have any ranged attacks. Because fuck monks. Oh. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, pick this back up. And take it home. Yeah. This fucker is going to spend the entire fucking questline calling me stupid, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. Have you brought the aetherometer? Yeah, I got your stupid meter. It seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repairs at once. That is, after all, why I put up here at the Goldsmiths Guild. My aetherometer is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, had the finest engineers in Garland Ironworks draft schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Wittergart delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There is a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Are you saying stupidity is contagious? I hate you. Repairing the aetherometer and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go and train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence? I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. I'm not that stupid, thank you very much. And Thunderclap is my dash. Thank fuck. Finally have my dash. Oh, wait. Oh. They've changed that since the last time I used it. Because it used to just be to an enemy and you would attack the enemy, I think. And now it's an enemy or a party member's location, but you don't attack. Okay, well. I mean, I guess that's good. Alright. A slave to the Aether. Dear Corey, so good of you to trouble yourself to come. Normally I might be cross, but my spirits are far too high just now, and it is you I have to thank. I speak of the data you procured. It is simply marvelous. You have a true gift for grunt work, my friend. I wish I had 100 more assistants, just like you. I have been in this field for a very long time, and I have never been alone. I have been alone. Ever since that unfortunate mold tea fungus culture incident sparked my passion for research. I regret nothing, Corey. Save perhaps having to share so wondrous a world with souls as unlearned as yourself. There you go, calling me stupid again. Still, your performance has not left me completely bereft of joy. It is rewarding to think that my instruction has guided you to such success. There, how was that? Shall we dispense with any further pleasantries? Very good then. You were just saying that... Rude. I made yet another career-defining discovery while pondering which battleground to measure next. Eorzea is home to numerous locations where the Aether is an in an intrinsically, intensely. Sometimes I have to sound out words because they don't make sense in my brain. Intensely chaotic state, yet which never played host to any war. My hypothesis was that such flux in the aether was indicative of a of a past battle. Wow, I'm getting tired. Yeah. Did you spell dyslexics wrong on purpose? Did you spell it wrong? Wait. Now my brain is trying to trick me. Hold on. I need to grab my blanket. It's a little cold in my room. We getting thunderstorms over here. Ugh. Okay. My hypothesis was that such flux in the aether was indicative of a past battle, and all my research was predicated upon this. But turn the theory on its head, Corey, if your mind is able. Stop calling me stupid! What if the people of the past chose areas of roiling ether to hold their battles? I have already sent the simpleton monk to take measurements at the fine sand banks. As you are doubtless unaware, this lies on the border between Alamigo and Gridania, and was the stage of the Autumn War. The Autumn War was the war between Alamegans, back when they had an idiot for a king, and the Gridanians. This was a long time ago. But Alamigo has had a succession of idiot kings, so, before the Garleans took over. Yeah. I ask that you find our monk friend and collect his aetherometer. Manual and tedious, yes, but he has an early make of the device that is unable to transmit data. I gather the numbskull is in Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan by this time. You think I ask much of you? False, I ask more. Your other task is to travel to Snake Molt in the South Shroud, and there take measurements with your own aetherometer. I will continue with my research here in your absence. Mind you, if you care to know aught at all of the Autumn War, and the fine sand banks upon which it was fought, I will gladly enlighten you. You need only ask. I know plenty about the Autumn War, thank you. If I recall correctly, the Autumn War was one of the first times that the Alliance of Grand Companies was formed. One of the first times, I think. It was up there. But yeah, the three Grand Companies joined together. It might have been Ishgard 2. They joined together to beat back the Alamegans, and then the Alamegans were like, oops, we fucked up, and then they joined. And then the alliance was formed right there. And they agreed not to fuck with each other anymore. You have come far. It is good to see you, sister. You come from my aetherometer? It is not yet ready to give. My work is not finished. I came as soon as I was told, but the readings require more time. Do not worry. They will be ready soon. My chocobo! No! You make for Snake Molt in the South Shroud? Eric believes the aether strong there, yet that land hosted no great battles. He told me as much this morn. Leave me to my task here. Make for Snake Molt. Take your readings. My work will soon be done. I will bring the device to you. I have troubled you to come here. I will not trouble you to wait. Go. We will meet again at Snake Molt, sister. I mean... Okay, I don't know where Snake Molt is. It's in the Black Shroud. Oh, I know where this is. Isn't that right across the street from the fucking dungeon? No great battle, my ass. It is! I don't remember what dungeon it is, but, I know one of them is the Hildebrand dungeon. Alright. Aetherometer! Whack. Oh, I forgot to resummon my chocobo. That is vitally important. Oops, nope, wrong button. Punch that bee in the face. Oh, there's more. Is that it? That's it. Alright. Woo! Why am I just staring at it? Oh. Didn't you have a job to do? Why are you walking so slow like that? That's creepy. Well done, sister. I feel your chakra. It has grown. I hoped to arrive before you, but I see I am late. This land's power has gone to you. There is nothing left for me here. It is as I told you. We monks travel where aether flows strong. There we train. The power of the land enters us, thus our chakra expand. This bonding causes great unrest. The land's energy becomes unstable. It will enter no other until it calms. No, that's just aether taking time to reform. I feel nothing here, as you would feel nothing at fine sand banks. That land bonded to my chakra, and its aether is now at unrest. The teacher's work means nothing. I took no readings. Damn it, you had one job! I meant to hasten here, but I was delayed. There was a gathering of the monkhood. I was summoned to Little Alamigo. So what you're saying is that you were going to grab the aether from both places because you're a greedy bitch. And you shirked your job. The teacher's chidings? Worry not, I will use my device here. Any results will suffice. The man has already reached his conclusion. He will twist the data to fit. I don't think that's what he's doing. And... yeah, I'm pretty sure that readings of aether are pretty precise to the point where you can see the location. It is a sad existence to sacrifice all for truth, yet be unable to truly know when one sees it. Speak not of this to him, sister. You see both our aims. You know mine to be more worthy. No, I really don't. Mainly because you haven't actually told me your aim. Power for the sake of power is stupid. I tell this to you. You and you alone. I am of the Alamigan resistance. I fight for freedom from Garlemald. Why? Honestly, Alamigo is probably actually doing better in Garlean rule than it was before with the Mad King. Just saying. I escaped the occupation. I have come here to fight, to gather allies and weapons. But these lands sadden me. The people have forgotten. Alamigo is a distant memory. The resistance here is small. I think you've forgotten. Legitimately, Mad King. They aid where they can, but it is not enough. This war demands great power. That power lies in the chakra. The teacher is not an evil man, but he thinks only of his work, not the suffering of innocents. Didn't the old man say his family was in Alamigo? His wife and kids? Oh, shit. His knowledge can be used for good. The battlefields. They can turn the tide. The chakra of many must be opened. If this way is lost to me, no, I will have this power. I must. Power for the sake of power is not a good thing. An end to oppression. An end to starvation. Alamigo will be made free. I will see it done. Alamigo has never been free. Forgive my speech. It is a matter close to my heart. I will give you my device, but I ask you say nothing of this to Eric. I beg you, sister. Also, you had one job that you did not do! That you could have done! Like, it takes no effort at all to set the device up and then beat the shit out of things. All you did is go to a place, beat the shit out of things. Fucking asshole. I don't like that guy now. Alright, let's see. I trust you have returned with both of my aetherometers. Please tell me you fumbling dolts haven't managed to damage either of them this time. Sure. All looks to be in order here. These readings from your device. They look promising, very promising indeed. I dare say this data may yield revolutionary results. Your chakra opened a bit more, did it? Yes, well, Aether is a most mysterious and wonderful thing. I am glad this meaningful research could serve your nonsensical ends as well. Now, leave me to my work. Surely you can find some simple ways to pass the time. Fighting, say? Oh, or, I don't know, scratching? Is that a reference to me being a cat? I'll scratch your fucking eyes out. I get Howling Fist. Ooh! Yeah. Alright, that's it. Oh, I can't use it right now. Damn it. Ooh, I get my spinny kick! I love my spinny kick! It's also the very middle of my AoE rotation. So, guess what? Until you do this quest, you cannot do the complete AoE rotation. 'Cause fuck you, that's why. You two played me for a fool. The data the simpleton monk brought me was absolutely astounding, groundbreaking, revolutionary. Yet I remained objective in my analysis, as a scholar must. Poring over the data, I finally arrived at a disheartening conclusion. The two of you took measurements in the same area. The values were near identical. Equivalences mocking me as I struggled to reconcile them. Yeah, I'm sorry, that wasn't my doing, by the way. That was all him. He was the idiot. I can neither sleep nor eat, lest I waste time not drawing nearer the truth. And for what? Tell me, what is it you two were doing in the field? He did jack shit. He had one job, and he didn't do it. I did my job. Bah, not this bloody chakra nonsense again. How many times must I tell you? It is not but imperceptible ether. Call it what it is. I'm gonna call it chakra because that makes it sound cool, but also fist mage. And to think I had in mind to put your names under mine when my hypothesis was published. This life force, this spiritual energy, this godforsaken eternal soul essence, I care not what primitive nomenclature those backward monks wish to assign it. It is Aether, plain and simple. They claim they are able to manipulate and amplify it through discipline and the opening of the so-called chakra, which is actually, if you think about it, the same thing any mage does. Like, for instance, when we were doing the Conjurer quest, we went to different areas and purified it and opened more of our Aether to gain access to new abilities and such. So, Monk is essentially the same as every other type of mage. Just more fisty. False. This is nothing more than the ethereal regulation of organisms, a basic and natural concept. In an attempt to explain that which science does not yet fully understand, the monks have erected an institution of control. Their preachings are unassailable by design, for none can disprove the existence of the unknowable. They promise power in return for objection, and servitude, control and power indeed. Only that of man. It is the very essence of a religion, and should be treated with contempt, as all religions should. I'm kind of with you there. Aether resides in all living beings, as do natural mechanisms with the capacity to regulate it. This is simple life, not some mystical supernatural endowment. That's true. I concede, of course, that the heightened mental faculties of man allow for the potential to gain conscious control over those mechanisms. Indeed, it would appear that you and the simpleton monk have already achieved that end. The indiscretion and impertinence of youth. I suppose it can be forgiven, once. In my own youth, I was not the model of perfection you see before you. Dude, you are not perfect. You are an asshole. Actually, this guy really does kind of remind me of Rick. He is an asshole, doing nothing but calling me stupid, while thinking he knows more than everybody else. I too have made what some might call mistakes. Yeah, but I mean, like, medieval. He's medieval Rick. Not myself, but some. Maybe he's caveman Rick. In our talks together, the simpleton monk often spoke of the seventh chakra. Its awakening is thought to be the highest achievement among the monkhood. I make it a habit to know the tenets of my intellectual enemies. It was the flow of the aether within the two of you which betrayed your falsehood, the whisperings of your chakra, as I'm sure the monk would rush to call it. But serendipity most often visits the industrious. Just so, it is precisely this ethereal whispers that prove to be most intriguing. The waves of these sounds resonated perfectly with the aether of the battleground. I can see by your vapid expression that you are missing my point. Allow me to spell it out. It follows that if one were to visit a battlefield with a certain ethereal wave amplitude and frequency, it would resonate with one's own aether. Actually, thinking about it, so there are technically 7 types of aether. Sort of. Because there's each of the 6 elements, and then there's light and dark, which are considered one thing, but flipped. Because, like, you can have light of all the elements, and, well, not light, but astral and umbral is what they call them. But, so the 7 chakras actually make sense if you would consider that all of them are one of the 6 elements, and the 7th being light and dark. Anyways, Yep. This is the phenomenon responsible for the initial opening of your own chakra. I cannot believe I am being reduced to speaking in these terms. It stands to reason that for any ethereal wave, there may be a location that will resonate with it. Think of the implications, Corey. If the 7th chakra the monks speak of truly exists, then so too must an ultimate battleground to bond with. The concentration of aether in such a place would be unlike anything ever recorded. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it did to this great discovery. That, and I need you to do more work for me. Here, take this new aether meter. Make for Lark's Call in the East Shroud. My research indicates it is a very promising tract indeed. Set up the aetherometer as you have others in the past, and then kill whatever you must to obtain a strong reading. Okay. Slay the beast there will release the aether of the land they are steeped in, and it may then resonate with your own. I suppose in the primitive terms of monkhood, that would translate to the expansion of your chakra. Oh, and you'll not be crossing paths with the simpleton monk this time. I will be sending him to take readings in East End. I have no intention of allowing you two to conspire to impede my research again. Wasn't my idea. If you care to know more about the events that have transpired at Lark's Call, I suggest you pay a visit to your local library. East End, on the other hand, is a fascinating subject of which I never tire of speaking. Ask me about it at any time if your curiosity ever gets the better of you. No thanks, I'm good. Alrighty then. Oop, mouse. Arc's call. Oh shit, that's gonna be quite a walk. Uh, It is quite a walk, and I'm running out of soda. So I'm going to have to take a break. I'm gonna take a break right here, so I can refill my cup, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, mostly. I also have a bowl of cottage cheese here, so I'm going to be eating while running. Just give me a second to salt this shit. What? I got home from work and I was like, do I want to stream? Yeah. So I didn't think to eat. Which is fine, because I had Taco Bell last night, so I was still kind of full. I just need a little snack. Okay. Yeah. And unfortunately, this fucking place is so fucking windy that I can't just turn on auto run. I actually have to move. I have to press buttons. So once I get across this bridge, I might actually have to deal with actual enemies. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. Oh, I'm too far away. Oh. There we go. Nope, too far away. Okay. Oh, right. Don't have my fucking full AoE combo yet. There we go. Oh, and more. Press the wrong button, because I'm not very good at the new monk. Nope. Anything else? There's more. Oh. There. Grab. And back to the guild. And buy the cottage cheese. Alright. I very much look forward to the readings of both your and Wittergart Gelt's aetherometers. What's this? You've already finished? Then what are you standing there talking for? Come, come, give me the aetherometer. There you go. Amazing, simply amazing, and your soul crystal. It glows more vibrantly than ever before, is it not? I will begin my analysis of the data with all haste. You've come to be quite the model pupil, Corey. Would that I could say the same of the monk simpleton. Maybe if you stopped calling him simpleton, he might actually, you know, do his job every once in a while. I can see the feeble gears turning in your mind. Come, there is no need to feel shame at your ignorance. If you wish to know what has transpired, you need only ask. I promise to use small words. Stop calling me stupid! I finally get my spinny kick! Spinny kick! Okay. Good vibrations. Fabulous. The simpleton monk has asked that I send you his way should I see you. He waits for you at Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Surely you see Wittergart for the danger he is. His is the most dangerous type of mind, one blinded by revolution and revenge. Agreed. I do wish you'd tell him yourself that people should live for the future rather than the past. You thought I did not know he was of the Alamigan resistance? How saddening it is that on the rare occasion you do trouble yourself to think you are wrong. Of course I know. What manner of imbecile do you take me for? No doubt Wittergart Gelt thinks me the idiot. False. These two eyes see far more than you know. I, too, am an Alamigan. And and love my homeland every bit as much as he. Go now, hurry to little amigo. I will keep you no longer. No doubt little girl... His name, man. Widargelt is already awaiting your arrival. Okay, to little amigo. You spoke to Eric? Do not lie to me, sister. You told him who I am, what I seek to do. No. He knew already. He's not an idiot. I'm not angered. He tried to sway me from my path. He believes resistance will only leave more dead. This is true. I expected as much from him. I feigned understanding. He asked much of me. Of the monkhood and the fist. He asked of the 7th chakra. My answers excited him. He said that they would advance his studies. I too learned from him. I am nearer the 7th chakra now. Soon the resistance will rise. You too will see. Very soon. Others do not understand. Alamigo tried to protect them. We were the shield of the realm. We bled to fend off Garlemald. Have you ever been to Alamigo? I'm just saying. It's like you know nothing about Alamigo. Like, seriously. Okay, anyways. None here know our suffering. None here can imagine it. Dude, you're in Little Alamigo. Every single one of these guys here are Alamigan. I'm sure they know just as well as you. The lives we led after the fall, after the shield was sundered. You're so full of shit. I have traveled far and wide. I have met many souls, but none are as you. You have a gift. Yours is a great strength. Unite it to ours, sister. Help us reclaim our home. Your efforts will be rewarded. Look upon my garments. This is the war garb of the monkhood. It attunes to the wearer's chakra, enables it to realize its fullest expression. The cloth is imbued with the power of Rhalgr. Only monks of his fist may don it. Only those who overcome many trials. I will tell you how it can be yours. Fear not. I require you to speak no vows. I ask only that you fight with us. Give yourself to our cause. I mean, I will swear to any cause that gives me free armor. So, sure. That doesn't mean I'm actually going to, follow through, but give me that glam. Actually, I really like the, monk outfit when it's dyed purple. It looks really great. You long for adventure. I understand. But such longings can wait. This cannot. See Alamigo freed. Then enjoy your own freedoms. What say you, sister? That I don't give a shit about Alamigo. But sure. I will give myself to the cause of the glam. You have the heart of a true monk. You are different from the others in this realm. Hear this. A set of our war garb was stolen. The Fist has tracked the bandits. We know now where 3 of the relics are. Here, in southern Thanalan, the Sepulture and the Circle of the Tempered, and in northern Thanalan, the abandoned Amagina Mithril Mine. Your soul crystal will react to the relics. Draw near them, and they will glow. By this power, you can find them. The Fist's honor has been trampled upon. Make the heretics you find pay for their sins. What is with everybody talking about honor? I don't need no stinking honor. Eric has sold his soul to this land, but he is a knowledgeable man. He knows more than I of the monkhood, and of the fists. And yet you think he does... Okay. Speak with him if you would know more of our ways. The man revels in hearing himself speak. That I noticed. I await the day we fight side by side, sister. Go now, and go well. Yeah. I don't give enough fucks. We're gonna go that way first. Alrighty then. Sorry if I'm quiet, I am eating. So, fuck. Alrighty. And it's over here. Is it up? It's up. Hey, bandits. What's up? Let me just grab this. Don't mind me. I kind of wish that I had flight because there's a shortcut out of here. Also, that would make this so much faster. But no, I'll just run. Alright. And then we come up here. Nope. Damn it. These guys actually will notice me, so I do actually have to avoid them. If I don't want to spend an hour fighting them. Damn it! You bitch. Right, no ranged attack. Fuck me, that's why. You missed me of trying to avoid getting attacked and then immediately getting attacked. Fuck, and they paralyzed me, bitches. Alright, got that. And then Amagina mine. Oh, fuck. Northern Thanalan is a high level zone. Well, high level for ARR. Yeah. It's fine, her body is built for it. Son of a fucking bitch. God damn it. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. Please. Perfect. Little amigo. Success. Okay. I think that was only 3 pieces. I need 1 more for this quest. You have returned. The first 3 relics are yours, and now the Fist has located the 4th. There is a quickcorn merchant who deals in contraband. The 4th relic is among his wares. Hurry to Lower Lenosia. Find this quickcorn. Take back that which is now yours by right. Isn't it not mine by right until I steal it first? I mean, I can't just say something's mine before I even, like, look at it. I have to, at very least, like, murder somebody for it first. Look, I'm a fist mage. I ain't no stinking rogue. Oh, I think I see him. Hey, buddy. Stinky Miqo'te, come to stop Kiki Rune's business. Come to take shinies. Kill her. Kill the Stinky. He called me Stinky. I am so sad. Okay. Can I have... Don't kill Kiki Rune. Please don't kill. Take back Monk Circle. Take and spare. Thank you. Anyways. See, I didn't have to steal nothing. He gave it to me out of the goodness of his heart. You were trying to take what I have rightfully stolen. Yes. The 4th relic is now yours. You have done well, sister. But know this, there is another relic, a 5th and final piece. It will be yours, a gift from brother to sister. Given on the day Alamigo stands free once more. That day is near. That day is 2 expansions in the future. I was going to say that day was never, but, Eric sent word not long ago. He claims his revolution has begun as well. He has made a grand discovery, and is now setting it to paper. I look forward to his work. With it, we will know all we must. The day he finishes will be the day Alamigo is reborn. Return to him now, sister. Ask for yourself when that day will be. May Ralger watch over you. Yeah. Can I? Yep, I can return. Save some coin. So, I'm afraid I haven't the time for you now, Corey. I am pinning my thesis based on the ethereal data you and the simpleton collected. There have been significant developments since last we spoke, or rather, since last I spoke to you and you stood before me with that ever-vapid expression. That's just my face. You know how you have a resting bitch face? Well, I have a resting stupid face. I'm not actually stupid. It's just the way my face looks. Soon I will complete my work and present it at a conference of my peers. Surely you can pass the time until then, punching and kicking and pursuing other monkly interests, yes? Go do that then. Okay. 5 easy pieces. Wahaha! My theory was correct. Correct, I tell you. This will be the greatest academic breakthrough of my lifetime, perhaps of all lifetimes. I shall spare you the details of my experiment, as you are not like to comprehend their significance anyways, and proceed directly to the all-important conclusion. The announcement of my theory before a council of my peers was met with thunderous applause. I don't think I owe it all to a vacant-eyed adventurer and a simpleton monk. Both you and the Pugilist Guild that sent you are due a debt of gratitude. Speaking of the monk, where in Eorzea has that semi-illiterate oaf wandered off to? I took note of his attendance among the spectators at the conference, but he has yet to present himself and offer his congratulations. Ah! What have I done? Cori, I fear the words I offered may have driven Wittergart to attempt the insane. I analyzed the ethereal waves of your bodies, second by second. I was able to isolate and identify those of the final ethereal regulation mechanism, the so-called seventh chakra. From that, I was able to find the land which was most likely to resonate with those waves. Silver Tear Falls. I went to the site myself to investigate, and it was there that I made my great discovery, the discovery of the century. It occurs to me that you shall never accomplish such a feat of the mind, Cori, and I find myself pitying you, but I digress. I'm gonna punch you. I'm a monk. My fists can kill a man. And you're making me want to punch you. Do you not see what I have done, Cori? I told him precisely where he must go to unlock the seventh chakra. He has given his life to fight and reclaim Alamigo from the Empire. More than anything, he desires the power needed to achieve that end. The power to combat the might of all Garlemald. Any fool can see that. Almost any fool can see that he imagines the seventh chakra to be that power. I knew that. You're so rude. Yet battling the Empire on such terms will only result in another tragedy like that which befell Alamigo. I pray you do not mean to follow him in this fool's crusade. He has gone to Silver Tear Falls in Mordona. I am certain of it. You must go, Cori. You must stop him. My words will not sway him, just as they could not sway my son. Perhaps yours will. Oh, did you lose your son? Aww. I know I don't like actually talking to you because you're so long-winded and an asshole, but, I'm sorry for your loss. Where did he say? Oh, Revenant Soul, yeah. I totally know where that is. Alright. Wrong way. What is that over there? I saw it move. Oh, it's a... Nope. Bug that. Yeah. Oh, look at all the dead Garleans. You claim the power of Garlemald? Fools. Power outside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me. Dude? I'm gonna have to kick your ass, aren't I? The seventh chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. Not likely. The power of Magitech, the power of Garlemald, they are nothing. Alamigo fell to these? No, Alamigo fell to itself, because they were already at having issues before Garlemald got there. Ah, sister, you are late. But perhaps that is best. I have just attended our Garlean guests. I wanted us to be alone. Then what are all these other guys doing here? One of them is a conjurer. I'm gonna have to kill him first, aren't I? Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beats as drums. Do you not feel it, sister? I feel you are an idiot. Living in constant fear of death, struggling to stay warm enough to sleep, eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us nothing, not even our pride. Look to the craven teacher. He is proof of the truth I speak. I think you're full of it. I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. That power rests in the seventh chakra. I made you a promise. I have not forgotten. The fifth and final piece. It is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me. Am I supposed to take it off your rotting corpse? I told you when we first met, we monks seek sacred ground. There we train. This is how the chakra are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the seventh chakra opens. This is my sacred battleground, the ground of battle between you and me. Your strength has peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Yep, I'm gonna get to beat his ass. Do not despair. Your death will have purpose. It will be for Alamigo. If you are willing to sacrifice your friends, then... Okay. I'm not sure how to word that, but I'm gonna kick your ass. Because you are an idiot. Rejoice, sister. You shall die a martyr. No. But I will whoop your ass. Okay, first for the conjurer. I know I saw one. No. No? There he is. That was fast. Spinny kick! Alright, back to the ass whooping. I actually have to watch my hotbars because things light up in a weird order. Duty complete. That was fast. He's a little pussy, ain't he? So much for opening that chakra. What does it get you? So close. Why? Why will you not yield your power? For the greater good. I hate the greater good. You just signed your death warrant, fucktard. I'm not actually going to kill you because I did think we were friends before you attacked me. But still. Stay back. This power is mine. The others of Eorzea ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours? I thought we were friends. I must have that power. I must protect my people. But at what cost? Would you kill your people to protect them? Corey, that power. here comes the teacher. That light. Never have I seen any like it. Is this the opening of the seventh chakra? Fascinating. Simply fascinating. You have no mind for study, but your gift for fieldwork is extraordinary indeed. I actually do like study, you asshole. Did you just punch him? This idiot just punched a monk! But why? Why did you strike me? Why do you think, dumbass? He probably hurt himself too. Silence, you bloody fool! You oaf, you idiot! I would strike you 1,000 times more if it did not pain my hand so. I knew it. Next time I shall bring a stick. Bugger opening your infernal chakra, and open your bloody ears for once. Sid Garland of the ironworks that bear his name once wrote that these Silverchair Falls lie at the center of our world. Our world is round, and we live on its surface. Even you should see, then, that he did not speak of a center in the physical sense. I am no astrologian, nor a biologist, but I have studied enough of the various sciences to say this. The vital energies of Heidelin, that which is called Aether, is one and the same as the life force in which you monks believe. As the center of our world, these Silverchair Falls are connected to what you call chakra in an inexplicably profound way. We all share in the same existence. We are neither separate nor distinct from the world. Our energy and its energy are one. At times, that energy may wreak havoc and destruction, but it plays a far grander and more significant role. To bring forth life. As part of this world, you must endeavor to do the same. So also, the amount of aether in the world is finite. That's how things work. Because when we die, our aether goes back into the world and then eventually is reincarnated or whatever. So there is a finite amount, which means one person taking as much as he can get his hands on is depriving life elsewhere. It's the reason why primals are so dangerous. Because they are eating the surrounding aether, causing plants and other things that require aether to live to die. So he was trying really hard to turn himself into a fucking primal. You sought only to gain power by force. In that you are no different than the very Garleans you seek to destroy. Is this what you truly wish to be? You speak pretty words, but would you speak them to our people, to every soul who has suffered? To children with empty bellies, to wives made widows? I would. To every last soul among them. Even if they failed to grasp their meaning, as you do now, I would and I will speak those words until they are understood. Long have I studied the history of this realm's wars. If there is aught I have learned, it is that there is no future for Eorzea should her people struggle and vie for power without considering the consequences of their doing so. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, Uncle Ben. To seize the former and deny the latter is to beget despair. The duty we owe to one another and to this world as part of it is to use what power we possess to deliver a future full of life, not death. Can you truly not see the right in this? You have done the realm, indeed the world, a great service, Corey. As a scholar, as a teacher, as an Alamegan, as a man, I offer you my deepest thanks. You're a man? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were a woman. Does he have anything else to say? Wittergelt is stubborn, as most monks are. I do not know if it will be possible for him to change his mind, but I pray he does, for his own sake, and for the world's. He calls you his sister. Go now, speak to him as one. Yeah, he called me his sister, and then he fucking tried to kill me. I don't know. Hold on. Slash. Slap. Boop. There, now I feel better. I slapped him. Also, rawr. Yeah, that is pretty normal. A lot of my best friends try to kill me. Not long ago, I spoke with a man, an Alamegan. He too was of the resistance. He asked me a simple question. Why do I fight? I did not hesitate. I did not think. The world came of its own will. Revenge. You can't live for revenge, dude. He said revenge is in all our hearts, that it is the most common of reasons, the easiest, and the most dangerous. I did not think on it then. Perhaps now I should. I thought of nothing else, but you thought of me, sister. You and the teacher. For that, I thank you both. Literally just gave me the shirt off his back. I'm gonna need to wash it before I put it on. I made a promise. I will keep it. The 5th piece is yours. It is meant for you. For one whose 7th chakra is open. Can I, wash this? I'm gonna... You know what? In fact, I'm gonna take it to Alamigo, and I'm going to get it changed out for a colorful one. Yeah, that'll work. Alamigo fought to protect itself, to protect all Eorzea from the Empire. Okay, that's what you think. And yet we are despised, ignored, worse, we are forgotten. Even so, the teacher preached peace. For a long time, I did not understand. I hated him for it. Alamegans are a proud people. This pride is strong in me, and in the teacher, as it was in his son. He fought in the resistance, yet it cost him his life. He, too, cursed his father for being a coward. Oh man, that's harsh. I wish I could speak to him. I wish to tell him that this is not so. Farewell, sister. May Rogger watch over you. Not the resisty! Yeah! We have completed the monk quest. Yay! I am amazing. Bulletproof. Okay, I was gonna try and do the Thaumaturge one, but I've already been streaming for 3 hours on what was supposed to be my day off. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. We did get a lot done. Yeah, it's nappy time. My throat hurts, I want to finish my cottage cheese. And then next time I stream, whenever that will be, we will do the Black Mage. Look at my cute stick. I like this stick. This is a good stick. Yeah. But we did do a lot today, so nappy time. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Maybe in a million years. I don't know. Yeah. Alright. I will see you later. Bye.